Is it working? Yes? No? Maybe? Well, it says we're live, but I'm not showing we're live on my other feed here. So, what up? It's Papa. We're back again. Bryce Canyon National Park. It looks like my stream's starting to hit here. So I'll introduce. Again. There we go. Perfect. What up? It's Papa. Bryce Canyon National Park. Out here again. This is the 5th park of my 10 national park tour celebrating America's 250th. And we'll see when I get home. Not sure yet. We're still rolling around here in south central, southwestern Utah now. So we are at the Bryce Point here at Bryce Canyon National Park. And I'll flip you around. We might be able to see a little bit here. A lot of our drive that we're going to do is I'm going to take you to Paria Point, which is supposed to be the best view from the vehicle. And then we will drive back towards the visitor center. That visitor center, the drive, it's not really characteristic, I would say, of like most of the national park. Most of the national park is the views of the Hoodoos, which is the most popular thing at this national park and why it became a national park originally. We can't see a lot of that from the vehicle. We'll see if we can see it from the point. I'm not sure we will. So we'll see if we see Hoodoos or not. We definitely will see some canyon views and some limestone. We would also see those Ponderosa pines, those ancient pine trees that are out here, which is crazy. So let me flip it back over and we'll see what we got here. All right, here is Bryce Point here. And off to the left over there, there's about a 100-yard walkway, a concrete walkway, and then it takes you off to this viewpoint, which you can see the Hoodoos at, but my problem is I don't have internet connection that far, so we are just going to roll up out of here and see if the next viewpoint, which I believe does have a much better view. So we'll see what that looks like. Alrighty, let's roll. And so Bryce Point now, national park, and not all national parks have this, and not all of them do need to have, obviously. But this national park has a free shuttle service outside of the park. So if I get some lag coming down into this canal, scanning here, so bear with me. But you actually might just want to shuttle in here. It's basically like an internal bus system that they utilize, and so very cool. And it looks like I'm getting a little bit here as we get down in this canyon. Once we get out of this canyon, we'll be okay. It's just for some reason this climb here, not the best. Hot one today. Man, I've lost you. And if you were lagging during that. But we're gonna roll up here to it and see what it looks like. All right, do we get a view from here or not? I don't know if I believe it or not. Let's see. Oh, I don't think we do have a view from the car. Brutal. Well, we're just gonna get some Ponderosa pines maybe then. We do not have a view from the vehicle here, so there's the Paria View. You can see it off in the distance a little bit as I back up here out of this grid, but not the most view from here. Pines on this drive here. It's not going to be the longest drive. This park from the entrance down to the southeast corner, which is kind of the longest stretch of it, is only 18 miles, but very much like yesterday we saw in Capitol Reef, the speed limit is 25 miles an hour. You can't, I mean, it's going to take you forever to just get 18 miles, which is wild, but I totally get it. There's all kinds of animals crossing the road everywhere. There's people crossing the road everywhere. Tons of camping in this park. And it's in the window. I think we're struggling here in some of these canyons here. But these Ponderosa pines, look how big those pine trees are. Ridiculous. So you're going to see a whole lot of Ponderosa pines, and it definitely doesn't define this park whatsoever. When my video series comes out on this park, you're not going to see any Ponderosa pines, maybe during a walking shot back and forth from a trail. But what this park has is a ton of viewpoints, a ton of campgrounds, obviously, but a ton of viewpoints of the hoodoos. The hoodoos are the most popular thing here. This national park was named a national park because of the hoodoos, because people were coming from all over to see the hoodoos. And hoodoos are those giant columns, and they have the different color of stone in there with pink, red hue. Some are blood red, and it's an awesome view. But unfortunately, every single one of them is 3/10 of a mile from the car, half a mile, a couple hundred yards from the car, and the Starling Canyon down here. So it definitely does not like South Central Utah so far. But get a little canyon view, I guess, some of this rock, these pine trees. So this national park, and we will drive past it shortly, has Bryce Lodge. And so this park has a basically old school lodge that they built. And basically almost half of our national parks have a lodge. So 30 of the 63 have a lodge of some type where you can stay. This lodge was cool. I went in there. There's a 52-foot support, wood support beam, like real wood support beam. Very similar to, you know, like I've seen it like Disney's Wilderness Lodge. That's all like a replica of the national park lodges. So kind of similar concept to that. And it's a OG lodge out here. They have a restaurant inside. You can stay here. They have cabins that are next to it. There's a newer style place where they took a cabin and basically turned it into a pizzeria spot. So you can get some pizza and get everything you need out here at Bryce Canyon National Park. Not a bad park. So going out of the park later, you'll see that this park is attached to Bryce Canyon City, Utah, old settlement town, obviously, and have a general store, which is cool. I'll have that in a video series coming up. And they have the old town still down there as well. It looks like an old Wild West town, which is awesome. There was a crazy rock shop down there like I've never seen before. They had a geode cutter that they custom made. The dude showed it to me, so it was awesome to see. And then they had candy, and obviously that's my favorite. So good stop today for sure. As I rolled up into this park, tons of camping here, tons of bicycles. There's bicycle rental, which is awesome. So if you're one that you want to ride your bike at the park, but you don't want to take your bike, you know, across the country, or you're flying here or wherever else, then they have a ton of bike rentals throughout the park. And like I said earlier, I think I was lagging a little bit. My connection was poor for a while, but as I said earlier, this is one of the national parks that utilizes in the Bryce Canyon Lodge is off on the right side. We can drive through there and show you what it looks like. But as I was saying, this park utilizes a internal bus system free. If you are coming to the park, you get to ride the bus for free, and a bunch of different pickup times, and you just go, you can ride around to the different viewpoints, everything else. So all right, here's the lodge on the right side over here, a roll past. So